This is video 5 of our warm and cool color trees. Today we're going to talk about tints and shades of warm and cool colors. We should already know our warm and cool colors. Our warm colors are reds, yellows, and oranges, and our cool colors are purple, blues, and greens. What we're going to do today is we are going to decide where would we like warm and cool colors. We're going to put either warm and cool inside the circle of the tree and in the opposite on the outside of the tree. I would like you to start on the outside of the tree first, the background, and then you're going to start in the inside of the tree. So to begin, you got to decide if you're going to do warm or cool colors. And what we're going to do is you are going to be mixing some tints and shades. And this is a review from our ribbons. You add white to a color to create a tint. You add black to a color to create a shade. So what you're going to do here is you are going to practice what you do here on your paper, just like we did with our gray or brown paint that we mixed. So first let's talk about color mixing. The first thing you're going to need in your palette is after you decide warm or cool colors. In my case, I'm going to do cool colors in the background here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get my cool colors. Purple, blue, and green. Notice I only have a teeny bit of each, and I'm also going to get black and white because I'm going to create different shades of those three colors. So what you're going to also do is you can also create more or different colors by mixing these two or these two together to create other colors. So first let's do some blue. Let's create a tint and a shade of blue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pure blue, I'm going to put some blue over here in the corner, I'm going to take some blue here, and I'm going to create a tint. The tint is adding white. You can see that it gets it lighter. So what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to paint this in with this tint. This is a tint of the color. Okay, I can paint my pure blue in here, and you should be able to clearly see the difference. And then I'm going to create a shade. So I'm going to take some blue, I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to take a little bit of black. Remember, black from creating the tree is really dominant, so it's going to really completely change your color. So you only need to add a teeny bit, and you can see what happens with the black. Okay, you should have totally three different. You should have the tint, the pure color, and the shade. This you can put on the side to dry. Now, you're going to create, you're going to color in each of the boxes using one of the warm or cool colors. Okay, in my background, I'm going to do all cool. So all you're going to do is paint in every single box using the cool colors. I do not want you to create any kind of pattern unless you really feel like it's necessary. I want you to just kind of paint them randomly. I've had students do like more greens down here. I've had students do more blues up in the sky, or you can just do them completely however you want. I'm going to paint, maybe I'm going to use this shade right here, or this tint of blue. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're going to mix lots of different colors. I do not want you to paint every single box the same color. I want you to take your time, make sure you're filling in all of the spaces on here. Maybe I'm going to get another color and I'm going to try to mix a lighter purple. I could use just pure purple, which you could put pure purple right here. Okay, so let's start with that. And then maybe I would like to create a tint of purple. I'm going to make sure that it's completely painted in. You don't want to leave any kind of white spaces. I'm going to create a tint, so I'm going to use some purple, add a little bit of white. Now I have a tint of purple, and I can put it right next to it, almost like a lavender color. And you're going to continue to paint. You can mix the colors together, so you can mix a blue and a purple together to see what you get. So you could actually take this and add a little bit of blue to it. All right, maybe I need to add a little more purple. Okay, to create another shade, and this is like almost like a indigo color, and maybe I want to put that here. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to keep mixing the colors and see what you come up with. If you like the color, paint with it. And you're going to end up painting all of the boxes in the background with either warm or cool. Do not venture in here. If you have a box that is half outside and half inside, you're only going to paint up to this line. So up here, I'm only going to really carefully, because now you have your tree and your circle to go over, you're only going to paint up to this line. This in here is going to be warm when we get to the warm colors. So I'm just going to show you some other color mixing that you could do. Okay, you could do green, and you could add a little bit of white to the green to make more of a mint green color. Okay, you have a mint green, see it right there. You could add a little bit of blue to it to create a teal color. See how you can create all these colors? You can add a little more white to it to create an even lighter color. So automatically I'm already coming up with all sorts of colors here. I could add a white to this indigo color that we made. You have this. You could add a little more purple, and it could change to a periwinkle color. So notice how many shades I just got by using these colors that are just here. And I haven't even touched black yet at all. You can add black to it, and you can create more colors. Okay, let's mess around with some of the colors that you could make with the warm and cool colors. You could, or sorry, warm colors. You could use orange and maybe add white to the orange, right, to create almost like a creamsicle color. You could add yellow to this and create a different color. You could add yellow and add white, and this could be like a sunny color. Look at that. You could add a little more red to this to create this kind of color. You could add red and then add white to the red to create a pink color here. You could add a little bit of orange to it to darken it up. But notice, look, I already have so many different colors of shades just by adding and mixing these colors. So the possibilities are endless on where you paint with your tree. Please try to stick to one area at a time. So do your background first, completely filled in. You should have no white spaces. Then venture into your circle part. One tip is every time you wash your brush, you really need to dry it, because the wetter these paints get, they get really watery and sloppy on your painting. If you have any questions about color mixing and creating your background, just ask. This is going to be the longest step of the entire project, so please take your time. Paint. I do not expect you to finish this step in one class period.